Rod Menzel with GreatWay Roofing, doing a quick overview of a roof for Patagonia. And what we have here is some new skylights. This is an overview of the roof. Skylights are in good shape. We're thinking about adding insulation, a 2 or 3 inch insulation, the roof deck, and as that raises above the roof deck, we want to make sure that all of our terminations and our penetrations are handled correctly, and these skylights are built to handle that along with these flashings. Some penetrations will have to be removed and moved up. It's a barrel style roof with steep edges on the sides here, along with a inboard gutter and a parapet wall. In the front here, we've got drains, and it appears that there are 3 drains on the whole roof system. There's a concern about the amount of debris that can block these drains up. However, there is an overflow, and we're in good shape there. Right here you notice the parapet wall caps, the tile caps. To properly do the roof, you'd want to remove those parapet wall caps, those tiles, install new roofing material, and then reinstall the tiles. At first glance, this appears to be something quite possibly either for ventilation. As you can see, maybe that was done in the past. Over here on the other side here, if you see that red part of the roof, that shows that there may be a second layer of roofing on here. So putting any additional weight or a 3rd layer may not be allowed. And we'll definitely want to do an inspection to see if that's going to need to be done, if the roof's going to need to be removed. So I am standard corrected. Basically, all the water from the back here all the way down the side, all this water drains all the way down towards the front of the building. And that's just the way it's been designed. It doesn't appear, there's a couple spots where there's some ponding water, but not necessarily a tremendous issue. So we're talking about taking the insulation off the top here, all the way down to the sides, and in this gutter alley or along the perimeter of the roof. It would stop, basically, as you look down at my foot here, it would stop right about here. No insulation would be on the top of this wall here. As an alternative, as we discussed already, is we could put a composition shingle on this steep part of the roof right here. If we do that, though, we're going to need to actually install some plywood as well, because the shingles, they have the nails that go in it, and they would need to stick to that. If we go to the standard roof system, which we're recommending over the insulation, is a standard cap sheet roof, but it would have a self-adhered base sheet and a self-adhered cap sheet. And that's the final product, is a self-adhered cap sheet for a higher warranty through the manufacturer. As we'd already discussed, all the water from this roof drains to 2 drains. This drain right here and another drain on the other side. It'll become very important, as you can see with this debris, that this roof be cleaned on a regular basis. It does, as I said, have the overflow in case the drain were to clog, but once again, you want to definitely make sure that the debris is removed from this roof on a regular basis. This tile mansard portion of the roof would not need to be done, but once again, still, these tile caps should be pulled up, the roofing run over, and then the tile caps reinstalled. Some of the things that may want to be demoed or removed from the roof would be any pipes that are no longer being used, and a box over here. It could also be demoed out at the same time. Right here we have the roof access and the skylight. It will work fine with the insulation, especially in the back, but if you go 3 inches up behind the back and all the way down the side, you can see as the skylight tapers, we may run into an issue there. So we'll either need to taper the insulation slightly to get around that flashing, or the skylight will have to be come up and raised. Once again, the nice thing is these skylights here are already up high enough off the roof deck, there will not be an issue with that. One more note about the roof and its pitch. It's got very good pitch on the top part of the roof, and once again, the pitch is good on the side, but that water has to make it run from all the way back here all the way to the front there. And it may make sense to either add another drain or to make a larger drain, but we definitely want to make sure those drains stay functioning. So a quick recap. The ultimate goal would be to add insulation to keep the inside of the building warmer. To do that, we're going to remove this existing roof system. We're going to add a poly insulation, which is about, you can go with a 3 inch or a 2 inch depending on the R value you're looking for, and install the new self-adhered roof system, which would be a self-adhered base sheet that would go stick right to the poly insulation. Over that would be a self-adhered cap sheet. You'd have a watertight roof that'll last a long time with a high warranty, and you have an option. An option would be on the sides, you could install composition shingles, which would require plywood over the insulation. Or you could go back and just install the self-adhered cap sheet to the sides here. As an option, we can leave out these parapet walls and just seal the seams and seal the top of the wall, and it would still maintain the warranty on the roof. A quick look at the interior. We've got enough spacing here to adhere or fasten the insulation to. The concern is to make sure that we fasten these right to the beams here. Anything out here, obviously it would pop through. And the roof deck, once again, going a different direction. We would just want to make sure that it's properly fastened since it's open beam. Here's the pitch of the roof that comes down, and right here is where it flattens out. And you can see there's been some stains, and that actually looks wet right now. So it's going to be key, once again, this water is all ending up in this area here, and we want to, again, make sure that we fasten the insulation to the 2x4s, and we want to make sure it's done correctly, or else you'll end up with a lot of leaks right here.